Hello guys, and welcome to another F1 2016 career mode video. In this episode we are in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix, and this has probably been one of my worst tracks that I've played during F1. I've played around 3 seasons before I started this series, and I didn't finish in the top 15 on any of those goes, so we're going to see how this one goes. But in qualifying pace, a horrendous corner cut there, just don't even watch that, I'm so sorry. But I just had to get these resource points. We get the perfect, but that was just the worst corner cut ever. But we get the resource points. We also got resource points for the tyre management, or was it track acclimatization, one of the two. I'm not sure if I've got clips for both of them, but we're moving on to qualifying. And in Q1 we actually managed to get a fairly clean lap together, no corner cutting on that final chicane there, and we put in a 1:24.4, which puts us into 6th place, just behind our teammate, so not too bad there. And we decided to go on the mediums in Q2 just to mean we can start on the mediums for the race, and we put in a 1:24.6, so another fairly decent lap there on the medium tyres, and I was thinking I was quite confident that I was going to get through, and I didn't. I probably could have gone on to the softs, but I decided not to. I'd risk it on the mediums. If not, I can run the one-stop strategy, because I find that on this track I always seem to lose out on the pit stops. So, into the formation lap. We'll skip this part here, and we're going to try and see how we do in this race. I'm going with the one-stop strategy just to see if I can jump a couple of the leaders in the top 10 there. So 5 red lights and we're off. It's going to be a fairly slow start because we are on the hard compound tyres, so those guys in front of us get a much better start. We start to get swamped by cars here. Oh, and what a surprise, we get taken out by the AI again. It seems like a bit of a recurring incident here. You saw in my last episode, if you watched it, in Russia, that we also got taken out, and as you can see, it's exactly the same thing happening again. They just take me out. They literally just drive into the back of my car. So it was, I believe, Hulkenberg this time. As you can see, I'm driving straight and he just completely takes me out. So I'm going to restart again, and this is becoming quite frequent now, so getting a bit annoyed at having to restart these races all the time. But we are off again, and this time we actually get a better start. So we're up a bit closer to the back of the cars, but then the others are behind us and they're closing in. I decide to go as close to the side of the track as I possibly can, just to avoid any contact, and I still get hit with a warning for causing a collision with Grosjean. God knows how that happened. I was literally off the track, but we managed to get through, staying in 12th place. Alonso and Kvyat there getting a bit feisty, and we managed to take both of them up the inside with a dive, and we just missed the back of, I think that is Massa's car. Yep, Felipe Massa's car. So a fairly decent start, gaining 2 places in the first few corners. Not bad, and what we're going to do is we're just going to try and manage these tyres for as long as possible, really. Try and maintain track position, and then we should end up in 1st place eventually once all of the first 10 drivers have stopped. I decided to let Alonso go through here because he is on the faster tyre. I didn't want to really fight these guys because I was just trying to save the tyres for as long as possible so we could maintain this one-stop strategy we're going for. I did decide to try and keep Grosjean behind for as long as possible there, and Perez gets past, which is a bit annoying. He's on the mediums, probably going for a one-stop strategy as well, and that lets Gutierrez go through. And then, although that was Grosjean he went through, we got the other Haas behind us, but we just managed to keep him behind. Now you see Perez went through there on that straight, and that was really annoying. As you can see, I'm kind of sandwiched by the Force Indias here, both of who are going for the one-stop strategy as well. And as you can see, Hulkenberg just hitting me up the rear there, so I completely miss the corner. He just shunted me up the back, and I just couldn't do anything. I missed the corner by a mile. So that let Rosberg go through. And we skip a bit further into lap 9 now. Hulkenberg did get past me, I'm not sure where that was, and as you can see, getting shunted again and again, and 3 abreast into a corner again. This is also becoming a bit of a recurring problem, but we managed, I don't know how we managed to get through there without losing a place or getting taken out there. Very lucky there. So we managed to go through here. We'll see a replay here. I don't know how we didn't collect anyone there. Good driving from everyone there. A very interesting corner there, but that's happened a lot as well. And this is the first time we haven't actually made contact with anyone in one of those situations. But here you see, trying to keep Hamilton behind me, because we will basically be on the same strategy now. He'll have 1 stop left, and so will I. So you see me pushing him off the track there a bit, but you know, it's what Hamilton does in the actual F1, so I didn't feel too bad. So we're on lap 10. We're still trying to make these tyres last, but I do kind of want to stay as close to as I can to Hulkenberg, to Perez. And now I've got these guys who will be on the same strategy now with only 1 stop left. So it was all going a bit downhill really. As you can see, I just can't do anything with the McLaren speed at the moment. It's just such a slow car in the straights that literally, especially in this track with the long start go finish straight, not much I can do really. With DRS and the other cars just having an extra speed boost basically, as you can see they just go flying past. There's nothing I can really do there. Raikkonen and Ricciardo getting a bit feisty into this corner. I thought I'd have a go, but just couldn't get to it. Tapped back of Raikkonen a bit and almost lost it there, but managed to keep it together, but we did lose those 2 places. So we skip ahead to lap 18 now, managing to make these hard tyres last pretty well. Hamilton made another stop and goes past us again, so he must be on a 3-stop strategy, I think. He must have stopped again, and he's already gone past us again. So, as you can see, Raikkonen's just pitted as well, and he's gone onto the hard tyres, so he's only got 1 more stop left. But we're running in 3rd place, so it's not going too badly. Of course, we will have to stop onto the medium tyres, and we skip to lap 21. Raikkonen has caught up with me, and as you can see, Rosberg's still in 1st place, and it doesn't look like he's going to be losing that place. But we come into the pits finally, going on to lap 22 there, so we've got to make these medium tyres last for 12 laps. It's going to be a bit of a task, and as you can see, Perez actually goes past me as I'm in the pits, which is a little bit annoying, as does Hulkenberg. So those are 2 places I kind of wanted to keep close to, but they're pretty far ahead to be honest. And then we actually dropped down to 12th place there, so not a very good first stint really. I was hoping to come out in about 5th or 6th place, so to come out in 12th was not really ideal, and I'm not sure how many of the other cars would actually stop. So as you can see, on lap 30 we're in 10th place, but Verstappen just went flying past us there. It's just the McLaren is so slow. There's nothing I can do really on this track, and we tried to get him back, but we just didn't have the pace. My medium tyres were starting to wear quite badly, so I didn't really have anything left to fight Verstappen with. I was just going to hope I could try and stay within DRS range and follow him round and try and catch up with that big group of cars in front to maybe get a points paying position, but it wasn't to be. We'd also got some engine problems as well, so we were a bit slower, or even slower in the straights, so there wasn't much we could do, and we're going to have to settle for an 11th place with no points there. A bit disappointing really, but it is one of my worst tracks, so I wasn't really surprised by the result, and we come home in 11th place. So that's that for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for the next episode, which is Monaco. So that should be a good race. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Who was your driver of the day?
Well, my driver of the day was Nico Hulkenberg. He did a cracking job moving through the field and just highlighting why he's so highly rated in the paddock.
On to the constructors then. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improved